All right, kids, we're about a month away from Valentine's Day, so now seems like the right time to talk about love, or something like it. And seeing how grocery stores have had red and pink heart displays up since the day after Christmas, feels like Kroger wants to give everybody what they need for VD. We're going to focus on what's known as mismatched couples, the couples where one partner is on a different level of the life game, as this article from Medium describes them. Think a successful man who is okay looking with a woman who doesn't have high status but is conventionally beautiful, but also includes couples whose ages, weight, and height vary. Gets more highlighted when the woman or femme-presenting spouse is older or thicker or taller. Plus, I want you to consider what you may deem to be couples goals, because not only will time tell, but evidently, Unbreakable by Alicia Keys already did. Real quick, this song was created in 2005 and every power couple in it has been unplugged. Ike and Tina Turner, big wheels keep on turning into domestic violence. Bill and Camille Cosby, if you're seeing this, it's too late. Oprah and Stedman never got married to one another, but that's okay. Flo and James Evans, not even a real life couple. Damn, James. Will and Jada, that's a slap in the face to black love. Kimora and Russell Simmons, divorced. Joe and Katherine Jackson, get a switch. This video is going to be less about the laws of attraction and the rules of engagement, and more about my thoughts. As you'll see today, stuff like types and opposites attracting and trophy wives are largely a myth, with emphasis on standards. For example, Jonathan Majors only wants one thing, and it's disgusting.
Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife.
Michael Coretta.
So, let's get started.
I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she gotta be good. I promise you, I'm a real life story. When she won the Olympics, I was in college and we didn't have NBC, we didn't have Olympic channels, and we're in camp.
So you was really the catch in...
I always say the men the catch, man. I always say we the catch.
That was Olympic and world champion gymnast Simone Biles' husband claiming that he didn't know who Simone Biles was before they met. Now, he loves and cherishes his wife. I'm not arguing that. But his defenders are under the impression that, seeing how Mr. Husband here has previously claimed that he didn't know who Simone Biles was in the past before appearing on the Pivot podcast, and due to the intensity of training camp, he really, truly didn't know who she was. And I don't know. Yeah, he may have missed Simone while she was competing in the 2016 Olympics due to being locked in for a few weeks during training camp. Even though there's proof that he watched women's gymnastics in 2012, he would also have to have missed billboards and Wheaties boxes, Subway commercials, the Sports Center Top 10, and the internet, where he confirmed that she must be good because she has a lot of followers, 7.1 million now to be exact on Instagram alone, all before she reached out to him on a famous person dating app. Which, before we continue, also bothers me. Not because the woman in this case made the first move, I'm all for that, shout out to Alicia Keys and You Don't Know My Name, but because she shouldn't have had to. She's the catch. Anyways, Simone Biles herself responded to all the chatter about this with a post featuring a picture of her and her husband's wedding day with a caption that read, "Mood," and another asking, "Are y'all done yet?" No! There's something we can learn from this. See, while comment sections call Simone Biles' husband insecure, narcissistic, and egotistical, among other things, wasn't helped by the idea that Simone Biles has had debates with him about which of them is the better athlete. Come on now. Did anyone refer to Mr. Simone Biles as a gold digger, as a cloud chaser, using his woman for fame? Here's what I mean. When Usher serenaded the multi-hyphenated, the wonderful, the talented, worthy of many slashes in her title, Kiki Palmer, her baby daddy tweeted, "It's the outfit though, you a mom," referring to her sheer black dress she wore to the concert. Now, after getting checked on X, formerly Twitter, Kiki's baby daddy said, "We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is before he deleted his account at that time." Well, hater was the least of what was said to and about this man.
I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
Worse was the question, who are you? Who are you to air out dirty laundry on the internet instead of addressing concerns at home in person? Who are you to tell a woman that her identity and physical appearance should be dictated by parenthood? And like, dude, you're not rich or famous. Who are you? Especially as compared to Kiki Palmer. I don't think they're together anymore. On November 9th, People magazine reported that Kiki had filed a request for a domestic violence restraining order in Los Angeles, per documents the publication had obtained. She also requested full custody of their son and alleges that the baby's father had physically abused her. I should add that in a counterclaim filed by Kiki Palmer's baby daddy, he responded to her request for a temporary restraining order and claimed that she repeatedly engaged in abusive conduct and acted as the primary aggressor. So maybe I feel like these men defy positive assortative mating, which can be found in nature. Positive assortative mating, or homogamy, exists when people choose to mate with persons similar to themselves, e.g. when a tall person dates a tall person, when a rich person kicks it with a rich person, or a celebrity gets together with a celebrity. According to Britannica, this type of selection is very common. Negative assortative mating is the opposite case, when people avoid mating with persons similar to themselves, which, again, isn't very common. But you would think it was because we remember the extreme instances like Anna Nicole Smith. Egregious. Yeah. And our language used to describe this reflects that. I guess the female equivalent to sugar daddy is sugar mama. Glucose guardian? Sure. But what have we added to the lexicon for man cougars? Is the term gold digger gender neutral? Is there a trophy husband? And should that be A$AP Rocky's nickname or the title of his next album? A$AP Rocky has a respectable music career and net worth in his own right. It's not what Rihanna, his significant other, has been able to achieve, but doesn't have to. I mean, I think I have an answer to that. I'll get to it in a minute. A better question is, would a potential suitor have to match anything, and why? What I can explain is what I want for the famous, athletes and entertainers and their spouses. It doesn't matter, and it may not seem like it at this point in this video, but the personal lives and the love life of rich folk means nothing to me. Until some starlet is romantically linked to what to me feels like the wrong person and something that I'm not even aware of doesn't break even. Then I'm like,
his hair, whack. His gear, whack. His jewelry, whack. His footsteps, whack. The way that he talks, whack. The way that he doesn't even like to smile, whack. Me, I'm tight.
In order to match what Simone Biles has to offer in exchange for what a partner brings to the table, as far as status, she would have to marry another all-time great athlete. Usain Bolt or Michael Phelps or something. Same thing for Rihanna. Is there another billionaire artist? He's so corny. Because of the supposed beauty socio-economic exchange, A$AP Rocky, Jonathan Owens, and Darius Jackson, I said their names, technically needed to pass the handsome test, and they did. They do. With that said, Owens and Jackson seemingly need to peep the life and times of Sean Carter. Even Jay-Z now knows that he is called Mr. Knowles on this, Beyonce's internet. Doesn't bother him. And I hate to do this, but brothers, we can't let a white man outdo us again. Black men called Serena Williams manly, complain about her muscles. Then Alexis Ohanian, co-creator of Reddit and other stuff. A billionaire? He comes along and he's like, being known as Serena's husband is cool with me. I'm aware that this video has been heavy on celebrity, heterosexual couples, along with how men respond to women. I'm a father of 2 boys. However, like Alicia Keys said, we got to live out our dreams like the people on TV. And so we make, say, the Obamas out to be if I can't have this, then I don't want it. Despite the fact that Michelle has said multiple times she doesn't want people to look at her and Barack that way. Ideally, a couple in a romantic relationship looks at one another and can't believe that they are able to be with them. A celebrity being with a non-celebrity has to be refreshing. A non-celebrity getting a chance with a celebrity has to be dope. I've talked about all this before, and no matter what, good-looking people receive preferential treatment. We know that. It's to the point that this preference for attractiveness is seen in politics, entertainment, and job openings. Beautiful people achieve better in school, have better occupational success, and enjoy higher earnings overall. Having a higher income may, in turn, help individuals purchase goods and services that make them more attractive, such as dental care, gym memberships, and expensive cosmetic procedures. Don't forget, people may not be ugly, just poor. Because of the halo effect, our ability to admire all of a person's actions, work, etc., because they are good looking or famous and so on, we would rather pin a crime on the ugly people rather than place any blame on someone attractive. People would rather deal with an attractive cashier rather than a not so pretty one. We may not know or openly talk about, even though we do it all the time, but we judge others by the attractiveness of their partner. We want things to match. We want to balance the scale. We want people in the same beauty zone. Good looking people have high status because of the way they look, which increases if they are with someone equally as good looking. When Vidal Sassoon said, if you don't look good, we don't look good, it could easily apply to relationships. When you are way more beautiful than your partner, or you're not nearly as beautiful as your partner, it only leads to confusion and skepticism. It makes people question beautiful people's self-esteem, their worth, their eyesight, or even what other desirable thing a person has in order to attract someone so beautiful compared to their partner, such as money, or a great personality, or sense of humor, or conspiracy theories. I mean, how much time and content has been devoted to wondering if Travis Kelce's and Taylor Swift's situation is being faked? There's so much you have to consider with this. 1, romantic partners are hard to fake. 2, having a highly desirable romantic partner might reveal accurate information. 3, romantic partners are subject to judgment. 4, people with more attractive partners are judged as having higher status. Also, a study shows that if all things were consistent between two men, the man with the hotter wife will seem to have more status. 5, men judge other men on the attractiveness of their wives. And 6, men flaunt having a desirable partner, especially in front of other men. We're fairly oblivious to the fact that a man could be trading in his good looks for a woman's high status, or if a man is a subject of the female gaze. There's evidence that beauty and intelligence and other positive characteristics go hand in hand. That goes along with proof that romantic partners possess similar levels of beauty, intelligence, income, education, and other economic and social resources, as I mentioned earlier. The trophy wife thing is largely a myth. I could probably provide a longer, more detailed, nuanced take about why people don't actually have types, but I will say this. There is no other Simone Biles or Kiki Palmer or Rihanna. As I close, for those that aren't aware, back when I was an athlete, might talk about it some other time, my wife was also an athlete. There she is right there. And our friends Brady and Summer. Kay was a power lifter, and she may be again one day. She was strong. She set records. Her specialty was deadlifting. I think her in-competition max was like 383 pounds while competing at 125. Crazy. And people, mostly men, would say stuff like, oh, your wife is stronger than you. And I would be like, yeah, she's stronger than you too. What she does or did doesn't diminish me in any way, shape, or form, or take me down or discredit me whatsoever. What we accomplished. Do you know what I mean? I was also strong, just in a different way. We might talk about it one day. The point is, we admire each other's strengths. When it comes to relationships and love, or something like it, what's most important to match is commitment. So, we're gonna be all right. Shout out to new members of the channel, Benjamin Morrill, John DePotter, and Pilar Vale. Question: are there any women who you felt like didn't deserve their significant other? If so, let me know in the comment section what the problem was and if you're the problem.